running is a big piece of my recovery. It's not something I depend on for my recovery. Running can't be the answer to my recovery because I'm gonna get injured, I'm gonna get hurt. The running might not always be there, but it is good therapy. There is a lot of people who deal with mental illness, with addiction, eating disorder, those kind of things, drawn to that long running game, probably because you really have to get to know yourself. A guy I know described it really well when he said, when I was using it, I was always putting masks on. I didn't even want to know who I was. I didn't want to face who I was and those hard truths. When I'm out on mile 80, I've pulled off every possible mask. I'm getting down to the core of who I am. You really need to consider the difference between discomfort and pain if you want to get through it. When I had been running it at the Zumbro 100 for about 24 hours and it was maybe 35 degrees, I was pretty blue and my arms were just shaking. I kind of associate real miserable times with the weather, heat, extreme heat maybe, or that kind of cold. When you find the body's limits is where the misery piece is, and usually that, quite often that can be weather related. When you're finished, immediately after a finish you feel like you're in a bubble. Probably has to do with the sleep deprivation piece. It's kind of like when you've been tripping acid, you're coming down or something like that. You know that if you stop moving, you're probably going to fall asleep, no matter what's going on around you. And that's why I love these things, because you don't know if you're going to make it. You usually see people really mentally fucked up as opposed to physically hurt. I know some people who like break their arms and keep running, or sprain their wrists and keep running, that kind of thing. It's so beautiful out there in the middle of the night, I say, even when it's really hurting. There's a lovely solitude that comes from being on the trail at night, a sense of peace, a sense of being in a holy place, a sense of being holy, a sense of being whole. When doing these, I feel closer to God than I do at almost any other time. I'm putting gaiters on, and gaiters are just one more thing to keep stuff out of my shoes. And granted, I'm gonna go through streams, creeks, and water's gonna get in there. What's gonna be different about a trail shoe compared to a road shoe is gonna be that it's gonna just be a bit more aggressive.